Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. In today's episode, I'm not reviewing any character, in-game system, or event, but I want to talk about the game Elsword itself, especially the experience I have with this game during the time on NA server. Let's bring up some history and glory moments of this game have accomplished over these years. The reaction from market wasn't really a hit on Korea when Elsword still at open beta testing phase. During that time, Grand Chase still has more active players, and due to the overlapping idea between the games, making Elsword is kind of a hit or miss game for KOG to publish. But then things got changed when EVE first released. The game went from trash rating with only a small player base to a point where over 13k players online at the same time, just because the players want to sim for EVE. KOG seems to find the right direction of the game after this. Unique character design and settings. The count of online player reached higher and higher ever since. You can just check over the years how Elsword has great promotion based on characters, like crossover with K-pop stars, L-Star events, so on and so on. Just check out these clips and you will know how successful was Elsword doing by marketing based on characters. Look at all of these fans and reactions. It's crazy. And of course, it finally came to NA and attracted a lot of anime fans, a player that likes smooth PvP styles online games. But how come Elsword never get big as other game does, when it got so many resources from early successful moves? Is the gameplay really bad now? Not really. After all the adjustment and patch, I'll say the game is pretty new player friendly now. Well, at least getting a roster raid ready character is very easy now. You just need about half day or less from creating a character to reach the requirement CP and entering the raids. The character balance is not the best, but well, the game has 44 classes and keep adding. You can just switch to other character if needed, and they're doing better now after the talk from Korea. I will bring that up later on. So if it's not the gameplay, is it because of money grab, aka pay to win? Elsword is typical free-to-play game that you may need to invest some amount of money before enjoying the whole thing. But if you can commit to farming, you don't necessarily have to pay much for this game. I mean, for myself, I think paying a bit to support the game you like is totally fine. You're paying more than 50 bucks for a console game. Why is it not okay to pay like 20 to 30 bucks for a nice online game, right? We're excluding the enhancement part since our MMORPG has similar pay-to-win situations. You somewhat agreed it when you commit to play online games. At the end of the day, games is just a product for company to sell. The package and contents are good. The product itself normally won't sell too bad in general. So if it's not the gameplay or pay to win part, what part they are lacking actually, I think it's one of the most important factor in today's society, customer service. Before we dig into today's story, make sure for subscribing my channel for videos and news update. Also, the Discord server is finally here. Check it out if you need some help and tips from the game, or just want to find a place to have some chit chats. If you just go Google and search for Elsword customer support, you might see a good amount of posts or feedback about the customer service. Slow on respawn, inconvenience to follow up, late on loading up KC, ignoring players, so on and so on. I personally got banned by the claimed illegal trading recently. I basically post out the story and details on my community tab and Discord server. So I won't go through the details, you can check it out if you are interested. Maybe they just want me to quit the game, I don't know. But when I got the notice email from the team, I was feeling very underwhelmed and frustrating. So what is the best way to reach out CS? Email? No. Finding them on Facebook and Discord to report? Nope. You have to log into your account and creating a ticket. Well, it's pretty fair, since they don't want to leak the info to a third party, I guess. But how long does it take it needs to be wait for proceeds and to be respond? More than 12 hours. That's 12 hours, my friend. I don't know if you can feel the frustration while feeling hopeless and waiting for 12 hours. Well, I guess it's a smaller company, might be acceptable for them to do it slowly, since lacking of employees. Maybe. Okay, so when the wait is finally over, you will hope to see a way out of your issues. But instead, you just get a bunch of blurry info, no matter of any kind of inquiries. Then if you want to follow up, there goes another 8 to 12 hours of wait. At this point, you can just patiently wait for it, the raging fire inside of you that's... Okay, so after the follow-up, you're hoping to get the problem solved. But let's use my case for example. I was just asking if they can provide any details of the suspicious trade I have, since I got my side of evidence and hoping to see if I can match it up so I can defend for myself. Sorry, you involved it to such action, that's why you're getting banned. I cannot provide any detail due to policy. I mean, this is like... Freeze! Police! You're going to jail! But what did I do wrong? You have committed to a crime. But sorry, I cannot give you any detail due to policy. Excuse me? And when you go over the game policy of Elsword, the guideline wording of some actions are actually quite blurry. For example, successful exchange for real money for in-game content or service in any capacity. Does GM has the authority to go down with customer bank transaction or anything? Or else how do they determine the trade is illegal or not? Is there any detailed guideline of in-game content or procedures of trades you need to follow before trading to avoid any alert or flag from system bot? And if GM has all the rights, does that mean even GM makes a wrong decision, players as customer has no right to ask for investigation at all? Well, I guess company do reserve all the rights, but isn't it very one-sided decision to make? Comment and let me know your thoughts below. A lot of players in this game is adult that has a day job with salary. Some of them want to shorten the farming stage and selling KC for ED instead. By that policy, this player can really ensure KC selling is safe, since there may be players using hacks for ED or item to trade, causing both seller and buyer got banned. So as a customer, does KC seller has rights? Even purchasing so much KC with their money to support the game. They don't deserve any help or review since they actually purchasing the product of the game? And beside illegal trading, I found an interesting one as well. The act of sharing one's account information to another party regardless of intent or reason. Well, I guess sharing account is against most of the term and condition of most games, but you cannot do it under any circumstances and probably get banned from it? Really? Really? Imagine a couple playing together under quarantine. Babe, can you help me to claim the event stuff today? I'm not feeling too well. I may need some more rest during the event hours. For sure, babe. Babe, my account got banned because I shared my account with you, and they said I cannot share it under any reason. What the? Some policy are just real blurry, outdated, and need to be detailized or updated. So what about the actual quality of service provided by CS team? I actually gathered up some stories in the past week, and found out that there are a good amount of players getting this type of ban. Some of them even send me solid proof, like a complete recording of trades or full chat history. But the CS team straight up ignoring the proof and insists on their decisions. Is it because if they unbanned one person, they would be afraid of some older banned account owner will come to them and request for investigation, and adding up their workload? And not just banning issues. Like people wants to get help from recovering account, load up assist, or any other basic needs from customer support. But the players end up just close up the ticket by themselves and just sits with the issue because of the long wait or bot-like response from customer support. I mean, I do feel sorry for all of the players that got affected by different issues, but this got me thinking, should I still continue to play this game? I mean, even I cannot get my account back, I could just start over from my alt account, and with like half year or something, I should get back to where I was. But is it worth it? But I don't think CS team has any idea of the emotional attachment from the character to the account owner. Remember, I said the best part of Elsword is their character design and settings. I think a lot of you have treated your main character as your son or daughter, or even wife or husband. It became a small factor of your life. I was so attached and committed to the game, and even made a YouTube channel out of it. I do know some players got banned but still starting over. But to me, it will never be the same. And ignoring player voice and feedback is just not the problem players are facing from the game on any server, but around the world. KOG Korea has hosted a press conference to speak to players about their future direction of the game. You can find the too long to read version on Reddit or Discord. The main point of the talk was about them apologizing to players for not listening the voice from them over the years, and admitting they're using the profit from Elsword for investing on other game of KOG's. Reducing the growth of Elsword. Well, it's never too late to embracing your own mistake. At least KOG has more interaction with the players now. I'm glad to see the change on Korea server. But back to NA server. As a game that heavily relies on player and customers, is there a way to enhance the customer service experience of the game? And make us player feel treated with respect as a customer, instead of a kettle only to be milked for money. I think that's another reason why this game can't have a loyal player base consistently. I know a lot of players did pay a good amount of money for their beloved character. This game is definitely capable of being stronger and bigger. I mean, it's never too late for changes, especially for good ones. I really hope this game can go on for another decade. I truly love this game from the bottom of my heart. I haven't been trying to recover my account by creating tickets daily. Well, for sure I won't be raging since most of them just follow by the company direction. God knows, someday they might change up their mind and letting me to meet my son and daughter again. Overall, the game Elsword is still worth a try and it's still pretty fun to play along now, especially with all the adjustments and patches. But I would suggest don't get too attached to the game, because you don't really know what will happen even if you toss enough money and time for it. The account can still go vanquished by uncertainty reasons like buying some hacking stuff on board or some action to trigger the system bot alerts. But this is a good game to kill time with. And also the game got a good environment of player communities. Players always look after each other and being helpful as well. At least for me, I had this kind of feeling when I started up the game. I know I have been saying this too much lately, but I'm really thankful to my viewer who are encouraging and supporting me, especially when I'm feeling hopeless from the game last week. And this lesson makes me realize I was too attached to Elsword. I mean, as a game design and gameplay style, Elsword is this very unique in the sea of MMORPG. I won't completely quit this game for sure, just I don't think I will commit to the game like I used to, especially after losing my Fahil account. I don't know what I do wrong for being treated as a felony of KOG, but I think I did something right on my channel and in my life to have all of you lovely people to watch my video and supporting me. I planned some new contents in the future. I might be revisiting Elsword as well. But for now, I'll try to do some newbie reviews on some console game or different MMORPG. Stay tuned, don't forget to share and like this video if you enjoyed this. Subscribe for my channel for future updates. I'll see you all on next one.